Welcome to Zyla English.
Everyday English conversations for speaking practice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Zyla English. I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here again.
It's wonderful to have you back, David. And to all our amazing listeners, thank you for tuning in.
So, Emma, today is a very special day, isn't it?
It is. We're starting something new and exciting.
That's right. We're launching a brand new series called Essential Sentence Patterns to help you speak without hesitation.
This series is designed to help you speak English more confidently and naturally.
Yes, we know that many learners have a big problem. They know words, they know grammar, but when they want to speak, they hesitate.
Exactly. They think, how do I say this? What's the right way to express this idea?
And that's where sentence patterns come in. They're like building blocks for your English.
Once you learn these patterns, you can use them again and again in different situations.
They help you speak faster, more smoothly, and with more confidence.
So in this series, we'll teach you the most useful and common sentence patterns that native speakers use every day.
Each episode will focus on 5 patterns. We'll explain them clearly and give you real examples.
And today is part 1 of this series.
Before we start, please remember to subscribe to Zyla English and give us a like. It really helps us a lot.
Yes, and please share this episode with your friends who are learning English. Thank you so much.
All right, are you ready to learn?
Let's do it. Our first pattern is as possible.
As possible. This pattern means you want to do something to the maximum level or degree.
Yes, for example, you're at work and there's an urgent problem. Your boss calls you and says, "We have an emergency. Please come as soon as possible." This shows it's very urgent.
That's right. Please come as soon as possible means come immediately. Don't wait.
Here's another situation. You're in a difficult moment, maybe an argument or a stressful situation. Your friend might tell you, "I know this is hard, but try to stay as calm as possible. Everything will be okay."
Try to stay as calm as possible means don't get too emotional. Stay as calm as you can. It's good advice when things are difficult.
Right. One more example. Someone was late and he saw the bus is about to leave, so he ran as fast as possible to catch the bus. Luckily, he made it just in time.
He ran as fast as possible to catch the bus means he ran with maximum speed because he didn't want to miss the bus.
Perfect. So remember, as possible means doing something to the maximum degree.
Okay, let's move to pattern number 2. I'd like you to.
I'd like you to. This is a polite way to ask someone to do something.
Yes, it's more polite than just saying, do this, or giving a direct command.
For example, you're having a party and your friend arrives. You want to introduce them to another friend, so you say, "Oh, you're here. I'd like you to meet my friend Sarah. She's really nice, and I think you two will get along."
I'd like you to meet my friend is a warm and friendly way to introduce people. It's much better than just saying, "This is Sarah."
Another situation, you're in a meeting and you need to step out for a moment. You might say to your colleague, "I need to make an important phone call. I'd like you to wait here for a moment. I'll be right back."
I'd like you to wait here for a moment is polite and clear. You're asking them nicely to stay.
And one more. You're having a serious conversation with someone and you feel they're not being completely truthful. You might say, "Look, this is important to me. I'd like you to be honest with me. I need to know the truth.
I'd like you to be honest with me shows you're making a sincere and important request. It's direct, but still respectful.
Exactly. So, I'd like you to is a polite way to ask someone to do something.
Great. Now let's look at pattern number 3. I don't have enough.
I don't have enough. This pattern is used when you need more of something.
Yes, when the amount or quantity is not sufficient for what you need to do.
Here's an example. Your boss gives you a big project and says you need to finish it by tomorrow, but you look at all the work and realize it's too much. So you say, I'm sorry, but I don't have enough time to finish this work. Can I have until Friday instead?
I don't have enough time to finish this work explains why you can't meet the deadline. It's a reasonable explanation.
True. Another one. Your friends invite you to go out to a club tonight, but you've been working all day and you're really tired. So you tell them, thanks for inviting me, but I don't have enough energy to go out tonight. Maybe we can do it this weekend?
I don't have enough energy to go out tonight is a polite way to decline. You're explaining you're too exhausted.
Right. One more. You're waiting in a long line at the bank or post office. It's taking forever and you're getting really frustrated. Finally, you say to your friend, this is ridiculous. I don't have enough patience to wait any longer. Let's come back tomorrow.
I don't have enough patience to wait any longer shows you've reached your limit. You can't tolerate waiting anymore.
Perfect. So I don't have enough expresses that something is insufficient.
Okay, pattern number 4 is I have just.
I have just. This pattern means something happened very recently, just a moment ago.
Yes, it's the present perfect tense, showing a recent action that's still relevant now.
For example, your friend calls you and asks if you want to have lunch together, but you already ate. So you say, oh, I'm sorry, I have just eaten lunch. Maybe we can have coffee instead?
I have just eaten lunch means you finished eating a short time ago, so you're not hungry now. It explains why you can't join for lunch.
Exactly. Here's another one. You're at work and your colleague is looking for you. They call your phone and ask where you are. You say, don't worry, I have just arrived at the office. I'm walking to my desk right now.
I have just arrived at the office means you arrived very recently, maybe just a minute ago, so you're explaining your current situation.
Right. And one more. You're talking with your friend about movies. They recommend a film to you, but you already watched it yesterday. So you say, oh yes, I know that movie. I have just seen that movie last night. It was really good.
I have just seen that movie means you watched it very recently, so it's still fresh in your memory.
Perfect. So I have just describes something that happened very recently.
Now let's move to our last pattern for today. Pattern 5, he told me to.
He told me to, or you can also say she told me to. This pattern reports what someone instructed you to do.
Yes, it's reporting someone else's command, request, or advice.
For example, you arrive at an office building for a meeting. The receptionist gives you directions. Later, your colleague asks where you should go. You explain, the receptionist was very helpful. He told me to wait here in the lobby. Someone will come down to get us.
He told me to wait here, reports the receptionist's instruction. You're explaining what you were asked to do.
Another example. You're about to go hiking in the mountains. Your experienced friend gives you advice before you go. Later, you're on the trail and you remember, my friend has hiked this trail many times.
He told me to be careful on the steep parts, so let's go slowly.
He told me to be careful reports your friend's advice. It shows you are following his wise guidance.
And one more. You're working on a team project. Your manager gives you a task with a specific deadline. You tell your teammate, I just spoke with the manager. He told me to send the email before noon, so we need to finish this quickly.
He told me to send the email before noon, reports the manager's instruction with a specific time. It explains the urgency.
Exactly. So he told me to reports instructions or commands from someone.
Wonderful! We've covered 5 amazing patterns today.
We did. Now let's review all of them quickly. Listen carefully.
Pattern 1. As possible. We have an emergency. Please come as soon as possible.
Pattern 2. I'd like you to... Oh, you're here. I'd like you to meet my friend Sarah.
Pattern 3. I don't have enough. I'm sorry, but I don't have enough time to finish this work.
Pattern 4. I have just... Don't worry, I have just arrived at the office.
Pattern 5. He told me to... The receptionist was very helpful. He told me to wait here.
These patterns are so useful. You can use them every day in real conversations.
Absolutely. Try to practice them in your daily life.
Start with 1 or 2 patterns, then gradually use more.
And don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes help you learn.
That's right. The more you practice, the more natural these patterns will become.
And remember, this is just part 1 of our series.
Yes, in the next episodes, we'll learn even more essential sentence patterns.
So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 2, part 3, and all the future episodes.
Each episode will give you 5 new patterns to help you speak without hesitation.
By the end of this series, you'll have a huge collection of patterns that you can use anytime, anywhere.
So everyone, keep practicing and keep learning.
Before we finish, please don't forget to subscribe to Zyla English.
Yes, and give this episode a like. It helps us create more content for you.
And share this episode with your friends who are learning English. We'd really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for listening to part 1 of our Essential Sentence Patterns series.
We'll see you in the next episode with 5 more amazing patterns. Keep learning, keep growing.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye!